An algorithm is a precise description of the steps and decisions needed to solve a problem. A common example for explaining the concept of an algorithm is the instructions for how to make a sandwich. We might start with 2 slices of bread. We might put margarine on. We might put some Vegemite on. We might close the sandwich and then cut it. That is essentially an algorithm for making a Vegemite sandwich. It's a sequence of steps used to solve a specific problem. Are there enough steps in that process that are explicit enough that anyone would actually be able to make a sandwich based on your description? For example, we never said exactly where the margarine goes or the Vegemite. Do they go on the inside or the outside of the pieces of bread? How do the 2 bits of bread get lined up with each other afterwards when we combine it together? There are a lot of details that I deliberately left out of my explanation of that. So let's go back and try it again in a lot more detail. We take a bag containing slices of bread. We open that bag, usually with some kind of twist at the top. We select 2 slices of bread from the top and take them out of the bag and lay them flat on a table next to each other. We take some margarine using a knife and spread it on one side of each slice of bread. After putting on the margarine, you then get some Vegemite. And of course, it's a great point of contention in Australia how much Vegemite is enough Vegemite. And then you put the 2 bits of bread together, and those 2 bits should actually line up with each other to make a sandwich rather than being put at 45 degrees to each other. And finally, you cut it in one of multiple ways, either one cut through the center or cutting it into triangles and so on. So notice the second time of my description. There was a lot more detail there. But was that enough detail to get a computer to solve the same problem? And the answer is no, because a lot of the steps in that process already assumed a level of knowledge that humans have for a series of processes that in themselves are quite complicated. Try explaining how to open the loaf of bread to someone that doesn't know anything about what a bag is or how the twist tie works or anything like that. You start to see that actually even the simplest processes that we do as humans and describe to each other, if unpacked further and further, are actually quite detailed processes in themselves. And so an algorithm naturally, in its description, hides a lot of that detail. And that's exactly what abstraction is, hiding various levels of detail to make an explanation manageable for a particular purpose.